All right, guys. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's officially here. Non-spoiler review up on the channel now, but if you want to get in depth with this movie, let's start talking about it. In my review, I mentioned that it's the top 5 MCU movie for me. Sam Raimi's vision and direction for this movie, 75% of the time, really works, and 25% of the time, it doesn't work, which leads to some of the cheesiness, and it also leads into one visual scene, which I can tell you that didn't really work for me. I think it's the scene where Master Mordo, is talking to Doctor Strange and America Chavez, and the camera is fading, and you have two faces here, one in the middle, fade, 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 fade. It's when they're drinking the tea, the laced tea. I felt like that was a little extreme visually. But there's a little bit of cheesiness in this movie, not a lot. The biggest moment of cheesiness is, I would say, the end of the film where Christine Palmer has the candle torch or whatever, and she's looking at the demons and saying, "Go back to hell." That's very Sam Raimi, very, very cheesy for me. But the rest of it, the camera, work that is very Sam Raimi in this film, uh, really worked for me. The direction, the excellent direction, and the layout of scenes and the way scenes played out, I thought was great. And Sam Raimi did a great job with the movie overall. And I hope he does more in the MCU or Spider-Man 4. I know there's a lot of talk about that right now. Tobey Maguire, he's back as Spider-Man. Let's do it. Let us do it. Let's get this. Let's. I would be so excited for that. But yeah, so look, the big spoiler of this movie is something we could have already probably guessed. Scarlet Witch is the villain of the film. She is what is hunting America Chavez. In the beginning of the film, there's that scene, really good opening action scene. It's the Defender Strange, America Chavez. They're trying to get the book. He turns against her, but he gets killed. She gets to go into a different universe, takes the body. It's the universe Doctor Strange is in, the MCU version. He's going to Christine Palmer's funeral. We see Michael Stuhlbarg for like 2 minutes in this movie, and he has a name on the poster, so that's kind of ridiculous to me. But great scene. When he's talking to Steven about, you're the best doctor, you're the best magician, whatever, but you didn't get the girl. And the music pops in immediately after that. Dun 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 dun. We see Christine coming down. One thing leads to another. There's a fight outside with that big monster that Scarlet Witch, we learn, has sent to her. That's her being merciful to America Chavez to basically steal her power. Wanda wants to go into a universe where she can be with her kids. They don't exist in this universe anymore, and instead of recreating them, she wants to go to a universe where she exists with them. What will that lead to? Who really knows? She probably would have planned to kill the Wanda Maximoff in that world and take the kids as her own. Uh, Twisted story, really twisted, but it really works for what they were trying to do with her character. Elizabeth Olsen's fantastic in this movie. She pulls off this role so well. The makeup, the hairstyling, the costume, her performance makes her a top 5 MCU villain for me. Uh, and it's earned. I mean, we've been introduced to her, in Avengers: Age of Ultron. We see her again, we see her again, we see her again. WandaVision, all of it leads to this. This is the character's big moment, if you will, and her send-off where she realizes that she abused the dark power, and so no one else can get it again. She sacrifices her life, destroying the temple that it's in. And I thought that what a powerful way to conclude that character. Um, hopefully they don't bring her back. Hopefully she's dead for good. But I mean, really, I love that story aspect of the film. So she's great. Really works for me. She was like the main emotional hook of the film. America Chavez really has the anchor of it, though. She has the power. Scarlet Witch is after this power. She can blast through multiverses like it's nobody's business. So, to escape the Scarlet Witch, she's destroyed Camertage. Wong is taken captive. Chavez, Strange get to another universe where Mordo is now master of the Sanctum. He is now the Sorcerer Supreme, and he basically fools them because in their universe, Strange abused the dark power, and they had to kill him. The Illuminati had to kill him, so he's taken into the Illuminati with, they get drugged with the tea almost, and he gets taken into the Illuminati, which, this is the part of the movie where the cameos are. And I think if there was cameos sprinkled out the whole film, I feel like it might have been a little more distracting. I think the story is strong enough that we didn't need all the cameos. They're just fit into this one segment of the movie. And I did really appreciate that. I actually liked that. We see Monica Rambeau's mother as Captain Marvel. We see Captain Carter, Haley Atwell, returning in the live-action role as Captain Carter. She was so good in this movie, in the scenes she had. Black Bolt, don't know who Black Bolt is, but he's in this. He could do stuff with his mouth. Professor Xavier, Professor X, got him back. Excellent. And we have Mr. Fantastic coming into this. John Krasinski coming in as Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. So that's the Illuminati, including Master Mordo. They are the members of the Illuminati, and they want to vote on what they're going to do with this new Doctor Strange. Turns out Scarlet Witch is using the dark power. Wong takes her to the temple where she can see the writings on the wall. She can manipulate and possess another body. She possesses the Wanda Maximoff in the universe where the Illuminati is, so she comes to destroy everybody and to get America Chavez. She is possessing this Wanda Maximoff. I just thought it was totally crazy, totally nutty and incredible how Wanda kills every Illuminati member. People go, oh, well, they just killed Mr. Fantastic. No, this is not the MCU version of the Mr. Fantastic. This is a different universe where John Krasinski is playing Reed Richards. Who will be playing Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie? Maybe it will be John Krasinski. Maybe it'll be a different actor. But regardless, this was a beautiful way to set up the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Professor X, bites the dust, but guess what? That was like, what? He is Xavier in that universe. We're showing him again, and this is our beautiful way of saying, you know what? We're going to introduce the X-Men. But this was the X-Men in that universe, and guess what? That still exists. It's all part of this. It's just incredible. I really love the multiverse aspect of the movie. So she takes out the Illuminati. Chavez, Christine Palmer, Christine Palmer's the scientist in this universe, teams up Doctor Strange. Great fight that he has with Mordo. I thought that was really fun. He's like, I know why this Mordo doesn't like you in your universe or whatever. I thought that was really good. The humor in this movie really landed. So they're doing their thing. Chavez gets captured by, she gets captured by Scarlet Witch, and Strange and Christine get blasted into another universe, very Inception-looking universe where the collision happened, or the excursion, or whatever they call it, where two universes collide, the collision or whatever, where we have a Doctor Strange who basically lost, and he's living in this tower all alone, and he's very creepy. And he's the one in the trailer where he says, things just got out of hand. That line's not in the movie. That line is not in the film. So, not sure why they cut it, but regardless, in the movie, it works for what they're trying to do. They have a really weird fight with music. I think that might have been another Sam Raimi thing that was like, this fight scene is probably my least favorite of the movie. It was interesting. I guess it was cool to watch, but looking back on it, it's probably my least favorite fight scene of the film. And he ends up killing this Doctor Strange in this universe, flies out the window, gets massacred. He falls through the fence. The thing goes through his stomach. Sam Raimi brought the horror elements to this movie, not just with the frightfulness, but with the gruesome stuff too, where Strange gouges out the monster's eye in the beginning of the film, pops it out of his head. I mean, so visually stunning and so well done. I was such a big fan of all of the stuff in this movie, really. I mean, I loved it. I thought that it was just so good. So Strange says, "Okay, I got the Darkhold that's been in this universe here. We're gonna I'm going to possess my dead body in the universe where Scarlet Witch is in the MCU universe to save Chavez. So he does it. He possesses himself. So that's where we see the zombie Strange. So cool. And he has to manipulate the souls around him to work for him. I thought that was all really cool. And the fight at the end of it, I mean, Chavez learning her power, finally understanding she can do it all along. She shows Wanda. She takes Wanda to the universe with her kids, the Illuminati universe, where she's still got all the red cut on her head, and the kids are scared to death of her. They're saying, "Oh, mommy, help, or get out of our house, or mom." I think that might have been the dialogue we heard at the post-credit scene or the after-credit scene to WandaVision, where they're like, "Mom, help." It could have been where, Scarlet Witch came in and scared the crap out of them. She realizes that she cannot have the kids in this universe because she's gone too far. She's taken the Darkhold. She's destroying all these things, killing all these people. She keeps saying she's not a monster. She's not a monster. At the end of the film, she cannot say she's not a monster because that is what she has become from this Darkhold book, the Book of the Damned, which I believe was given to her by Agatha Harkness in her basement of WandaVision. So I thought that was really, really great that all this just plays off of each other. Wanda sacrifices her life. Chavez gets out of there. Wong gets out of there. Yeah, and that's really the film. And since Strange was able to use the Darkhold, I think part of it stayed with him. So I get the third eye at the end of the movie. Now the post-credit scene, I don't understand. I don't get it. Charlize Theron, don't know anything about that character. Who is that character? I suppose we'll find out. But I'm just in for the ride, as we are in the MCU these days. I mean, we're just in it at this point. But they said you caused an excursion. And I'm thinking, where did he do that? Where did he cause the excursion? But regardless, she says, we're going to fix it. Are you afraid? And he says, no, I'm not afraid. He takes the dark power out, and they go in. So I think he's honed the power to use the third eye and the Darkhold. So really interesting stuff. Loved the story progression. Loved this movie. Just the things that make this a 4.5 and not a 5 for me are some of the things where, look, Sam Raimi's style maybe overtook it a few times, and the cheesiness overtook it a few times, but everything else works so well. I mean, 75% of it works in Sam Raimi's style, 25% of it doesn't. I might even say 80-20. That's how much it really works for me. Sam Raimi, love Sam Raimi. He goes a little crazy at times in his films with his visionary style, but in the end of the day, he can hone back a really excellent superhero movie. Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite superhero movies, one of my favorite movies of all time. And he knocked another one out of the park. So maybe he'll get a chance to redeem himself, come back with a Spider-Man 4, who knows? But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my spoiler thoughts on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Look, loved this movie. I can't wait to see it again. I saw it twice. Yesterday. And today's opening day. So, yeah, I dug it. I thought it was so good. And I hope you guys do too. Comment your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the movie? Leave that all down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a whole bunch of reviews, content coming in the future. In the past, Moon Knight videos up on the channel now. WandaVision review. A lot of MCU stuff. Playlists galore. Come on, check the weekly live show. Have some fun over there. Hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at RyanKing72 and Instagram at KingOfRises131. Those are in the description of this video. And also, we have a merch store now. If you want to get some Ryan King movie review merch, come on over. Check out the merch store. It's in the description of this video. Guys, that's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my spoiler-filled video review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And until next time, over and out.